All right, today we're going to be talking about the hottest trend in the e-bike industry, the 20-inch by 4-inch fat tire motorbike style e-bikes. These bikes are really hard to get your hands on right now. A lot of them are out of stock. Parts are hard to get your hands on, and they're just taking the e-bike industry by storm. So we're going to be talking about not every single one on the market, but certainly some of the most popular. And we're going to be reviewing about 11 bikes. First up, we have the Aerial Rider D-Class. This bike I really like because it has dual motors, 750 watt in the front, 750 watt in the back, and front suspension, and it's about $23.99. Pretty popular bike. Personally, I think it's pretty slick looking. I really like the Kenda tires. I do wish it had lower handlebars. Okay, next we have the Aerial Rider X-Class. This has more of the cafe racer style handlebars. It does have dual suspension, but it only has one 750 watt motor, which puts it at a lower price point of $14.99. I really like the look. I really like the seat. I love that it has dual suspension, and I think it's a great bike for that price. Okay, right now we're talking about Super73. They have 3 bikes we're going to talk about. They're certainly the most iconic brand in this industry and sort of the trailblazers in these types of bikes. We're going to start talking about the Super73 RX, which is their top of the line bike. It has a 1200 watt hub rear motor. It has full suspension. Right now it's going for a little over $3,200. I have the sister bike, the Super73 R. It just doesn't have some of the frills like the lights and that kind of stuff. I can tell you it's a great bike. It does have not as much thrust off the go as I'd like. They are promising to have some firmware updates that'll fix that. It is a very sturdy bike, very good looking bike, and it just has great parts. So overall, a really good bike. I really like it, and I think you will too. Okay, now we're looking at the Super73 S2. Basically the same bike as the RX, but it only has front suspension forks. It's a very good looking bike, especially the blue that you saw in the video. It seems to be the most popular bike right now from Super73. It has the same specs, 1200 watt hub motor, only front suspension, and it's going for a little over $2,400. So really cool bike, really cool styling, but I've ridden one and it's kind of got a hard back. Not just meaning a hard tail, but it really is kind of uncomfortable without the rear shocks. So just something to consider. Okay, now we're talking about the very iconic Z1 from Super73. It has a 500 watt hub motor. It does not have any suspension. It doesn't even have pedal assist. It just has throttle or pedal without pedal assist propulsion. It's going for a little over $1,200, and it's really the most iconic bike in their lineup. Probably the most popular bike of all time, and I've ridden one. It's kind of small. I'm about 5'11", almost 6 foot, and I just felt really crunched on it. So if you're under maybe 5'8", it's probably a perfect bike for you. It's very it's got a lot of power despite the 500 watt hub motor. It's a really good looking bike, but it also has a hard seat. So overall, I'm not a huge fan, but you may be. Okay, now we're going to talk about Cason Cabot. It has a 1,000 watt hub motor. It has front suspension. It's going for a little under $2,400. It's a really good looking bike. One of the really exciting things about it is it's really durable and beefy. And it also has a really cool full color display, which is really rare in this class of bike. So overall, really cool bike. I've ridden it many times, and I'm a fan. Okay, next up we have juiced bikes. The first one is the Scrambler, and it has a 750 watt hub motor. It has front suspension. It's going for just under $1,800. I really like the wheels. They look like kind of mag wheels on a car. I love the compact nature of the bike. I think it's really good looking. I don't like that the seat slants forward. I feel like you might kind of hunch forward a little bit. I don't like that. But other than that, I really like it. I think it's a good price point, and I think it's a good looking bike. Okay, next up we have the Hyper Scrambler 2, a bike I'm particularly excited about. It has dual batteries, and that gives it over 100 miles of range, not just in low pedal assist, on like full pedal assist. So that's really exciting and like a game changer in this industry. It has a 1,000 watt hub motor. It does have full suspension, and with the dual batteries, it goes for just under $3,000. Okay, now we have the Luna Banana. It's a really cool, good-looking bike. I really like the long seat. It has a mid-drive motor, 1000 watt. I can tell you, having a 750 watt mid-drive, this 1000 watt is going to give you insane power and torque. I've watched videos where people say they can go up a hill, like basically vertical. It's about a little under $2,600. Unfortunately, it has no suspension. That's kind of a deal breaker for me. But overall, I think it's a really cool bike. I love the mid-drive aspect. I think it's really sets this bike apart. So overall, good looking bike, great motor, and I'm really excited about it. I'd love to try one out. Okay, we have the Mario Ebikes Retro. This bike has, as well as the Luna Banana, a 1000 watt mid-drive motor. It does have front suspension that does set it apart from the Luna, and it goes for just under $3,000 right now on sale. One thing I can say about this bike, when you go to their website, it's really hard to find the pricing, and it just says, instead of buy, it says just inquire. So I don't even know if they're available. I've never seen anybody with one, but they certainly are appealing to me. I just wish they were available. So it might be indicative of this industry right now. They're just hard to get your hands on. Okay, now we're talking about Admotor e-bikes. I've seen these occasionally on the internet. I've never really seen anybody riding one, but they definitely fit in this category. The first one is the M-66. It has a 750 watt rear hub motor. It has front suspension, and it goes for a little under $1,800. I don't like the step through, but I think it's probably ideal for an older person or perhaps a woman. Overall, a decent looking bike, and I like the mag wheels. Okay, finally, we have the M-70, which is very similar to the M-66. It has a 750 watt hub motor, but it has no suspension. It is just under $1,800. I really like the cool looking light in the front. I like the styling better than the step through of the M-66. And I don't particularly like the tall handlebars, but again, I like the mag wheels. So overall, a decent looking bike for the price. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit of a deviation from what I typically do, which is just ride my bike and talk about it. I thought you guys might enjoy this. I hope it's applicable to a lot of you out there, and I hope it provided some information for you in terms of buying a new bike, considering other bikes, etc. I'd be grateful if you could like and subscribe. I did spend a lot of time on this video, and as always, I appreciate the support. God bless. Peace out.